How's it going, everyone? Liam Catterson here, as we are on episode number 7 of Season 4 for Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This is the initiative. I rolled a 2 for initiative, because we're going into initiative. That's just my luck, rolling a number 2. Yeah, this is episode 7. What happened last time on Buffy the Vampire Slayer? Oz got kidnapped by aliens. See, I'm refusing to acknowledge what happened in the last episode because it still hurts, and I don't particularly want to get into those events, so... Oz got kidnapped by aliens. That's it. We're moving on to the initiative. Yeah, it's been a real roller coaster of a season so far. It's been funny, it's been emotional, and I'm really intrigued to see what episode 7 has on offer. So with that said, let's delve right into Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This is the initiative. Will I roll better? 18! Awesome! Let's go!
She hot.
Oh!
She's Buffy.
Oh! Buffy!
I like that. The girl's so hot, she's Buffy.
It's her name, Forrest.
You've established for
Forrest, don't do that again.
What do you think of her?
Handle, summon some ancient unstoppable evil, mayhem, mayhem, mayhem. We show up and kick its ass.
I like Xander's way of thinking.
A bit unethical.
Hello, people.
Hey.
It's my late-night stormtrooper pal.
Just for reference, you know, but fairly accurate, you'd say.
That's
But
your
can
man.
they aim right?
You are.
Cosmetics company?
Who cares? All I know is 1 minute I'm running from the Slayer, and the next thing I'm here. The Slayer! I knew it! She took apart my crew and led me straight
It's the
to these
Slayer
guys.
Corporation.
I always worried what would happen when that bitch got some funding. Wised up a bit. Fine!
Respect my schedule. I think it's best he not come back.
You do feel so bad for Will. Like, she's heartbroken, but
You know,
maybe a
for
bit
someone who teaches
cold.
human behavior, you might try showing some.
It's not my job to coddle my students.
You're right. A
She's
human
still
being in
reeling.
pain has nothing to do with your job.
so cut her some slack at least.
No. I mean, definitely a bunny in the sack, but later on,
I want to kick his head.
you know the difference between a freshman girl and a toilet seat. The toilet seat doesn't follow you around after you use it.
Riley! Holy shit!
Believe that I did that.
Welcome to the club. Do you have any idea how much trouble you could have gotten into?
I love you, Riley!
I just didn't like hearing him talk about Buffy that way. I think that.
Someone's got
Well, I
feelings?
guess I like her.
You're kind of like a moron.
Leave him some slack.
You knew that I had feelings for her. Everybody knows, man.
Oh, she's peculiar. Give away, buddy.
Stormtroopers are taking an awful long time to, like,
This way!
to restrain him. Oh, he should have had a hat.
New plan. We split up.
Yeah, you guys, you know, took your time, didn't you? Oh, shit!
I've seen honest faces before. They usually come attached to liars.
I was gonna say, don't judge a book by its cover.
I guess I'm not gonna win here. I appreciate you wanting to protect your friend. Like I have a fighting chance with my new accomplice.
I'm not your accomplice.
No, of course not.
I'm not.
You're not.
We're clear.
We're clear.
Love how, like, Willow is acting like she's still helping, but she's not enthusiastic, sadly.
Nerve-ending, screaming in silence. Never knowing which thought might be your last.
Oh, shut up.
No,
What's the matter?
I can't dance.
Well, neither can I, but if
Keep eye contact.
dancing is the key to the heart, then I'm gonna
And
dance.
Remember, if you hurt her, I will beat you to death with a shovel. A vague disclaimer, Snoop.
Wow, some theories, huh? Cheese?
Riley, you're a dork. Oh.
Ow! Ow! You sissy kicker!
Oh my, what Santa?
Can you believe him? He comes back with all these big promises. Not that I believed him. You know, but he could have spent one night, but no, everything was Slayer this and Slayer that. I mean, he probably already killed her. I'm not taking him back.
I just love how humanity's just getting the best of... There we go.
Leave.
This song. Oh, that's a tape of some bands from last year's party. Associations?
Pig.
Bad.
Wolf.
Look, I'm protecting you, buddy. I don't want to see you mooning over some freshman for the next 3 months.
Retinal scan accepted.
I like her. I'm on your side here.
I know you are, Graham. That's what gives me the strength to put up with this comedian.
Wait!
Dude,
It's the same
I know about girls.
walls!
Exactly.
Oh, sure. Give him the gratitude when I'm the guy sparing your heartbreak.
What? Riley is part of this
Gentlemen, suit up. We have a code red. Hostile 17 has escaped. Here's what we know, and it is...
We take the heart of campus and work our way out. All units, maintain radio contact early and often. Who's got questions?
I've got questions. What is going on? You are basically this special agent.
Alone.
Why?
I need space.
We're outdoors.
Emotionally. I mean, emotionally.
You know,
Oh my god.
there's plenty of space back in your room. Why don't I take you? I'm gonna leave the weirdos out of this.
Whoa, okay.
The thing is, they've both got like super secretive roles and yet they don't know.
I'm just trying to help.
You think I need help? Believe me, I don't. You know, if you were a real gentleman, then...
Bonus.
Leave her alone! Leave Spike! Spike, I swear to God, I will hate you for the rest of my... Spike!
Maybe you were nervous.
I felt all right when we started. Let's try again.
Did they put something in Spike's head? To stop him from...
Damn it!
Performance issues, right?
I never would have guessed. You played the bloodlust kind of cool.
I kind of love this heart-to-heart in a malice way.
Takes the mystery out.
Oh, Spike.
If I could, yeah.
You know, this doesn't make it any less terrifying.
Don't patronize me.
I need a lockdown on grid 6.
Leave Spike alone, he's having a heart-to-heart with...
26.
Not bad.
You're being too hard on yourself. Why don't we wait a half an hour and try again? Or...
Yeah, there we go, Willow! Oh, no. Is it bad that I kind of want Spike to succeed?
Tag it. We're gone.
Sir.
Like, who the hell do you guys think they are? I don't...
Leave her. We can't neglect quarantine.
Oh! Oh, shh!
Stop her!
No, get the...
Contain this.
Buffy! Mission failed, we'll get him next time. Buff! Oh, is she fighting Riley?
Abort! The plan works. Hostile 17 can't harm any living creature in any way without intense neurological pain.
Yeah,
can't
I assumed
can't hardly
they...
even hit anymore. We'll bag it.
Yes, you will. Dismissed.
What is this?
Possibly even moved. Did Willow tell you I like cheese?
You're a little peculiar.
Hey, funnily enough. I do not... Oh. There we go. I don't know if I should trust this guy. Interesting times are ahead of us, especially with this new Buffy and Riley ship blossoming, which is going to fracture it. It's there's going to be moments where it's going to fracture, even though they are both doing similar ideas. Just what who Riley belongs to, the Initiative, I assume they're called. If this episode was called The Initiative. His ways might not be admirable in Buffy's eyes. Who knows? But for now, everything's happy. They both seem to have some interesting flair between each other. So yeah, I'm just not sure how this is I'm just not sure with Riley. I'm concerned, especially with him following Professor Walsh, who seems to be leading the Initiative. She might be working for someone higher, but she certainly is in command of Riley and his friends. So yeah, and I do worry that Buffy's going to get betrayed by Riley in some capacity. So yeah, just at this moment, they seem to be perfectly happy. They don't know about each other's lives at the minute because Riley did have that encounter with Buffy, but when they were trying to retrieve Spike, but I think Riley's perspective was a bit blurred. So yeah, and of course Buffy cannot see through the whole balaclava and all that. So yeah, so it's very, very discreet as of this moment, but when the chips are put in the middle of the table, it's going going down. It's going to be absolutely interesting to see how both parties react to what the other is doing in their secret lives. Because that's the thing. They both have that strange yet nice parallel that they are both taking care of demonic entities. In their own way, so there's that nice parallel there. But it's going to fall apart. I have a feeling it is. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that Riley, Walsh, because it seems like Walsh is deprived from emotion, especially with that scene with Willow, and it seems like she is going to put Riley in a bit of predicament, and there's going to be that crossroad for Riley where he's going to have to choose between Buffy or the Initiative. And I'm hoping that he chooses Buffy, because I do worry he's going to put the Initiative above Buffy and we're going to have this collision. So I'm worried, but have a bit of faith. So yeah, I mean, he doesn't want a bit of faith because A, she's in a coma and we don't know when she's going to come out. She might be there indefinitely. And B, we had this whole kerfuffle with Angel last year, so no. Yeah, this was great. I gotta say, Riley is amazing, though. I wasn't so sure what to think about him, because he kept being there, I guess, before this episode. And this episode, we finally got a lot about Riley. But my respect for Riley just absolutely hit the ceiling when he punched Parker, because that clobbering from Be a Bad didn't do anything. to his brain cells. It if anything, it knocked a few brain cells out of him, and he was still acting like an arrogant piece of shit. So thank you, Riley, for absolutely smashing that peasant's face in, because he deserved it. But also, that was the moment he realized, you know what, I have feelings for Buffy. So yeah, which is good. Like I said, good on Riley. Riley, thank you. But yeah, that twist was really, really something, because I was not expecting it. Like, the idea itself is understandable, but the fact that Riley and I guess Professor Walsh are a part of the initiative was like, wait, what? It took you by surprise. Like, this person who you thought was basically a normal character with no mystique behind him turns out to have mystique. I should know this. Like, I should be prepared that someone's going to be this mysterious character, but I'm never ready. I am never ever ready. But like I said, it will be very, very interesting to see how things do proceed further along this season, because there is going to be that collision course I do expect from Buffy and Riley once they find out about each other's secret lives. And with the fact that it looks like they're teasing for a relationship, which is good for Buffy. Buffy needs this. She needs someone that is an angel. I would say normal, but I think that is pretty much mute regarding this secret revelation from Riley. So yeah, but he's, as far as we know, he's human. He's not a vampire, all that jazz. He can make babies with Buffy if they do have a lasting relationship, all that jazz. Yeah. This is what Buffy could need, and if things do extend, hopefully I can be happy, because I do expect there's going to be a collision course with both of their lives, and of course the fact that they both fought each other. So yeah, but we'll just wait and see what does happen. Spike showed up again, being part of the initiative cell. We've got a nice insight about those guys with guns who are part of the initiative. So yeah, and we got to see Spike. Basically, we got a bit about Spike, and I'm not so sure if the implant in him can ever be taken out, because if not, then that's pretty compromising. He can never bite another person again. He can never attack another innocent again. And you just don't know, like, because in some ways they can take the implant out. Okay, he can go back to his like malice ways, or this could set things up for Spike to turn good, because Spike is not your average like vampire. He's not full of he does have that anger, but he's not like 100% like villainous, where like Angelus, for example. He has that humor. He has that like he has that humanity to him in a sense. Like, take this episode for example, where he was speaking to Willow about and they were having a heart-to-heart, which was a scene that I absolutely loved, by the way. I really thought that was great, and it did bring me reminiscences to Lover's Walk, where they had another heart-to-heart. See, this is the thing with Willow and Spike. They're my favorite frenemy like relationship at this point. Because Willow's a very, very amazing character, and Spike is just a unique character, and they just mesh so well in terms of having heart-to-heart. So, yeah, but we saw Spike basically make a run for it from the initiative, and both Riley and Spike were after Buffy, so Buffy was in the spotlight in this episode. Just both had different intentions. Riley wanted to pursue something with Buffy, and Spike wanted to pursue a murder against Buffy. So yeah, but yeah, Spike was very, very interesting in this episode, with him returning to Harmony, which that's gonna fall apart. We got basically an insight on that in episode when he returned, episode 3, and yeah, Harmony just casually letting things out, slip to Xander. I gotta say that fight, superb. Angelus and Buffy they don't hold a candle to it. No, I just love the dramaticness to Xander and Harmony, and as well as Xander acting that way to Harmony, and the comedy behind that. It was just mesmerizing stuff. So props to the fight. Like, I may as well just pack it in with Buffy. Like, I don't think a fight is ever going to top that whatsoever. So hope you've enjoyed my Buffy reactions. No, but we had Harmony show up briefly with her joy that Spike returned and that fight. But Spike, yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting to see what does happen to him, because, like I said, this could set things up for him to, like, basically be a good person. He's got a lot of... It's not going to be like the case of Angel, where, okay, well, we have another character, another vampire who has done villainous acts, who's done good. It's kind of redundant, because the thing with Spike is he has his own characteristic, and like him and Angel, they might have similar paths, but they're both different characters at the end of the day. Spike is a very, very comedic character, and James Masters plays him so well. So, and not to discredit David as Angel, because he plays Angel so well, but they're two different characters. It wouldn't be like, okay, well, Spike is Angel 2.0, or whatever. So yeah, I think this could be setting things up for Spike to potentially do some good. They could remove the implant, but if he can't attack anyone, if he can't bite anyone, then that's going to be potentially game-changing stuff for Spike. So yeah, but like I said, I really loved him and Willow when they were having their heart-to-heart. I was worried for Willow, especially with Buffy not coming crashing through to save the day. That scene where he was going to get to Willow and turn her was very, very scary, especially with Willow being at such a disadvantage mentally right now. And I gotta say, I think the characterization behind Willow in this episode was absolutely perfect, especially when she was helping Riley out. Like, she wasn't enthusiastic, but she was still willing to help Riley out. Just she was being very, very more strict in her demeanor. So I really loved the characterization behind Willow in this episode. But yeah, I thought Willow was going to turn. She was at such a disadvantage mentally. And can I just say, fuck off, Walsh. Yeah, I'm just gonna say that right there. Like, I can understand she's doing her job. Like, she, as a teacher, you can't, like, rely on these excuses. But at the same time, she could have been a bit less coldish, couldn't she? I mean, even Buffy called her out on it. So yeah, no one snaps at my cinnamon roll when she's feeling like shit. So Walsh, yeah, this is what I'm worried about, because there seems to be no layers of sympathy behind Walsh. From what I've gathered, she's very, very stern. She's very strict, and she like, her outer shell seems to be very, very hardened. So that's why I'm thinking that could be when we do reach the inevitable crossroads with Riley, with Buffy and Walsh. There's going to be that choice, and that's why I'm worried he's going to choose Walsh. But hopefully not, like I said. But yeah, fuck off, Walsh for hurting my Willow. So yeah, I thought Willow's characterization was great, but that talk with her and Spike was brilliant stuff to see, and then her just smashing him over the head with the lamp with her smashing him over the head with the lamp was pretty great stuff to see. So yeah, I just loved it. But I gotta say, I loved that conversation, like, because whereas there was like sexual metaphors there, like this has never happened to me before. There was also there was also that relationship vibe to it as well, where Spike was saying, where Willow was like, I just happened to be here, like you wanted Buffy, which is parallel to Riley. He was wanting Buffy, so was Spike, so that there's that parallel. And Willow was distraught, thinking she was second best, and you had Spike say something like, I would bite you in a heartbeat. And it kind of does have that layer of like love, like as if you were saying like, oh, like if you were single, I would want to ask you out. It kind of has those vibes, doesn't it? So yeah, which is very potent for Willow, with her reeling from Oz. I will say I did have a hot second where I thought with Riley faltering with Buffy, that I thought, are we going to actually ship Riley and Willow? You have Rillo. Yeah, you have that. That's your ship, basically. Rillo. No, but I thought that was going to happen incidentally, so with him not getting anywhere with Buffy, but no. It seems like Buffy and Riley are going to become a thing. But yeah, I really like this episode. Also, a nice little mention to Xander and Giles as well, because I'm really liking their story at the minute. They are bonding together. It's a very intriguing and, to quote Riley, peculiar connection to have when you consider their characters. And yet they have something in common with this season. Like, they are two opposite forces, and with Buffy's life struggling to fit them in, they're feeling a bit out of place of sorts, so they are meshing together and having some great scenes. So I'm hoping we see more of Xander and Giles, because it was pretty intriguing to see them as well. So yeah, even when like Xander was going all cinema guy, you had Giles was like, shut up. So yeah, yeah, it was great. I loved how things went by in this episode. This was pretty big, in my opinion, with the reveal of the initiative with Riley and Walsh, as well as Spike as well. Like I said, that implant could have some pretty big ramifications in the future, but because Walsh did mention about the fact that it doesn't just prohibit him from biting, but also attacking innocents as well. So that could have some big ramifications in the future. That remains to be seen. But this was a phenomenal episode for Buffy. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!